Hello, YouTube Nation, and Happy New Year. It's my turn to do the annual top 10 figures I bought in 2024. Was an excellent year for toys. Some new, some vintage, a whole lot of things. I've got a group of toys sitting here in front of you. For me personally, it was great to capture some of the cartoon collection. I've almost completed the entire mask collection. That's not mask, that's Cops and Crooks. To get some stuff we're going to explain here is fantastic. So join me, will you, for my top 10 toys I purchased in 2024 right now. All right, we're gonna go up with number 10 first. Number 10 first is going to be this Marvel Legends Mr. Knight action figure. Didn't get a review on the channel because there's really nothing to review. The Moon Knight has went away of popularity with the show. He'll come back though, because they're going to do something different and new here. Just a basic white figure, but I love Moon Knight. I love the head sculpt, and to get a Mr. Knight figure is fantastic. He looks great with the Marvel Legends Moon Knights that I have, which really does add a little bit of Marvelness to it, because I don't have that many Marvel Legends. I would like to get into Marvel Legends, but got my hands full with other things and it's kind of taken a side burner. But I do love this figure. I love just the fists. I love how he's walking. I love it's just a walking, standing pose. The scale is great. The head sculpt's great. Moon Knight coming in at number 10. So coming in at number 9 for me, we are going to go to a figure that is right here. We're going to go Clawful Masters of the Universe cartoon collection. He also comes with his conch right here, as you can see. This doesn't really add any value to the figure. It's just a big open, looks like a 3D printed device, really. But the Clawful, we finally get a Clawful from my childhood, and that's why he makes the list. Is he the best, most detailed figure that came in the line? No, he's not. But for me to actually get a good representation of Clawful that is nice and looks like what I watched on Saturday morning cartoons is absolutely fantastic. And I do love the head sculpt. He matches well with all the Masters of the Universe toys. He's great. Love him. That's why he's coming in at number 9 as he knocks Mr. Knight down. I think Mr. Moon Knight would win that though. All right, so coming in now at number 7. Number 7 for me has got to be my favorite Transformer of all time, and that is Wheeljack. Now, Wheeljack's coming in. It's not my first Wheeljack I've ever purchased, but to get another Wheeljack that's this clean, yes, it's a knockoff if you watch the review, but it's worth every single penny of the review. It looks like it. I bet if I wouldn't have said anything, you wouldn't have known it. It feels G1. It's metal. It's really nice. It's a good toy. Wheeljack, my favorite Transformer, and he really is just I mean, for what the price was, I'm assuming it was around 50 bucks. You can't get a G1 Wheeljack complete for double that. I mean, it's a hard toy to get. I love it. That head will never get old to me. That is my Wheeljack, and that's why he's coming in at number 7. Not because he's the greatest figure, it just hits nostalgia home. So coming in at number 6 is also a little bit more of a nostalgia for me. And that is Catwoman from the Batman Returns line. Yep, that's Michelle Pfeiffer. And Michelle Pfeiffer is my Catwoman. I love it. Comes with a long, I mean, the whip is almost as long as that big guy back there that we'll get to. The weapon, this weapon as I take it off, also didn't get a review. But this weapon is just spring-loaded. It shoots. It doesn't shoot very hard or far. Well, that was actually a pretty good one. But this is kind of a stupid accessory that came with it. Never really did. But the whip is, you know, I don't know, 10 inches long. It's long and in charge. So the reason why this one comes on, is it one of the best toys that I purchased? No, probably not. But when I was a kid, when Batman Returns was coming out, all right, Catwoman in my area was the hardest figure to get. I found the Penguins, I found every Batman that you could possibly want. I found a whole lot of stuff. This girl evaded me until one day in a Kmart, I saw it. I put it in my hand. I put it in these hands right here. And this woman came up and she goes, "Hey, did you find the Catwoman?" And I said, "Yeah." I'm real excited. And at this time, I was 10, 12 years old. I could walk to a Kmart, which was cool. And then the woman took it out of my hand and went and checked it out and gave it to her son. So for me, Catwoman has always given me kind of trauma. I don't collect the Batman Returns figures, probably because of that Karen's actions. But I did get it this year. I found it mint card. I got to open it after all these years, and so it's going to make the top 10 list for this year. Not because of just a necessarily great figure, but I finally completed the boyhood dream of opening it. All right, so we're coming in. We've had 10, 9, 8, 7. We're at number 6. Coming in at number 6, for me, it is the Steiner Brothers. Now, I have never had these Steiner Brothers figures before. And so I got the Galoob set, which is awesome. They're the UK variants. And actually, if you just listen to the Major Pod, I guess these weren't UK releases. These were just released in repaint form, and they were around. I never saw these as a kid. They were the Sting ones. I did have the black trunk Stings and the red trunk Sting along with the blue trunk Sting, but never saw these guys and always wanted them. I've always been a big fan of the Steiners. And so to get their Galoobs, the hard to get Galoobs is cool. And then I got to add the Hasbros that I never had as a child either. And also when I bought them, I bought these World Tag Team titles. They are fantastic. Velcro to the back. Very, very great. They're rubberish. No, these are just a sticker that's on it or a 3D printed, not a 3D printed, a like laser printed material that's like on it. But I mean, to have the old school belts is awesome and makes the figures as too. But we're gonna add the Steiners, all of the figures in a line there. That's what's gonna be next for them. All right, so 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, top 5. Are you ready? Top 5 figure for me, coming in at number 5, is the Reaction ball jointed Cobra Commander action figure. This thing just looks phenomenal. It brought back all the nostalgia from a kid point of view. Me personally, this is the figure that I dreamed of having. It has a little, mine is wonk on the hip, but that's okay because I did it unremoving. You can see the review that we did. Action figure is fantastic. I will collect every one of these cartoon style G.I. Joes in that old 3 3/4 with articulation. I'll collect every one of them if they keep doing them as well as they did these. So that is a fantastic figure and love it. All right, coming in next, a Cops and Crooks, the big guns and everything else. We've almost completed the entire Cops and Crooks line, but this was my favorite of the year. Really no surprise to a lot, but bulletproof vest. He comes with his trench coat, and when you do open up the trench coat, you get to see his glorious body armor there. And for him to be one of the good guys, the main boss, if you will, for the good guys, it just really is a cool. It's cloth good. He's got his handcuff chained to his briefcase. He can't hold the gun unless you want to break his hand, which is a downfall. But I think this is one of the most underrated toys that I've ever had. I loved these as a kid, and they really were some of the better toys I ever owned. And to be real honest with you, I think everybody is missing out on Cops and Crooks, but I'm glad everybody is because I got them at a cheap price before the collection ended. All right, coming in next, we've got, let's see, number 3. Number 3, we're going to go with the one-man gang from Heels and Faces. This is a fantastic toy. And again, in the Hasbro line, got the one-man gang 747, the nice back, the cloth goods, got the nice trunks, just the gang, the boots, everything of how it is fantastic. Got the head tattoo. One of the greatest Hasbros that's ever been built, in my opinion, is this one-man gang. That leaves a top 2. So coming in for me, again, it's another one. Let's set these guys aside because those are number 1. But let's look at number 2 first. And we've got the Technobots. To me, the Technobots are fantastic. So coming in at number 2, Technobot Superion. What a great toy. Was my favorite combiner as a kid, and it really was an amazing thing to get it. Again, it's a knockoff. I'm not gonna spend the prices that G1 is doing when these nice toys are coming out for that. Breaks apart, transforms well, does a fantastic job, looks great on the shelf, and I'm glad to add it to the G1 Transformers shelf. But we're coming in at number 1. The best action figure of the years I've brought this year are Reaction, Super 7s, whatever these are, I don't even know, I don't care, because I finally got my Crimson Guard Xamot Tomax in the tuxedo business suits. It's fan-flippin-tastic to finally get these. What an amazing accessory when you open that up and you get their garb, their actual going to, I guess, battle. It's great. These were probably the biggest surprise for me of how good they looked and how great they were on the shelf, and just all in all, the cartoon of G.I. Joe needs a little help, and these are getting really good. So that wraps up my top 10 figures for 2024. I hope everybody had a Merry Christmas. I hope everybody has a fantastic 2025. I hope your 2024 was as nice and as great as mine. Thank you all. Thanks for all the new subscribers. Thanks for everybody who's tuned in. We hope to hit that 1,000 plus more mark, and new videos and stuff will be coming out with reviews and top 10 lists, history, and everything else. So thank you all so much. Hope everybody has a great year, and we'll see you on the next.